Welcome to MLB Rundown with Alec Peccato. This is the first episode. Today we are going over reviewing the MLB schedule, fantasy baseball recap, previewing the MLB schedule for Thursday, pep talk hitters, which means I basically give a pep talk to three different hitters from three different teams and tell you about what they need to do to turn their season around, bold predictions, and also a staple for Thursday shows going forward is three teams that are hot, three teams that are cold, and what they should do to turn their season around. But without further ado, let's get started. So here's my MLB schedule review from Thursday. So you have the Braves beat the Tigers 7-0. Tarek Skubal started for the Tigers and took the loss. Ronaldo Lopez has been a nice story for the Braves. They signed him as a reliever to start. They were hoping he was just going to be a reliever. And then they turned him they pulled the Tampa Bay Rays and made him a starter. And he's 5-2 with a 1.57 ERA. And I've been shocked how good he's been. And he might be a sneaky all-star for the Braves. And the Braves have been doing all of this. They're 41-31 on the season now. And they've been doing all of this without the services of Ronald Acuna, who is out for the season. Next, we had a pitcher's duel in Cincinnati between Hunter Green and Mitch Keller, who is the thumbnail of this video. But neither of them factored into the decision. It was Colin Holderman who got the win. He's 3-0 with a 0.70 ERA. Nick Martinez took the loss. 2-5 on the year for 40 ERA. And David Bednar got the save. Holderman's been one of the better relievers in baseball this year. And that's a surprise to me. Next, we've got the Cardinals and Marlins. And the Marlins, get this, the last 2 days, the Marlins have walked off the Cardinals. In the bottom, yesterday was the bottom of the 9th. The day before, it was the bottom of the 10th. And Tanner Scott gets the win here. 6-5, 1.74 ERA. And Fernandez for the Cardinals takes the loss. 0-2 with a 2.59. I'm going to say this. I still think the Marlins will be sellers at the deadline. And next, we had a 5-2 final between the Phillies and the Padres. Waldron got the win. Kerkering got the loss. Suarez took the save. And Kerkering's 2-1 on the year with a 1.69 ERA. Waldron is 5-6 with the 3.46, and Suarez got his 18th save of the season. Then you have the Cubs and Giants, and before I give you a review of this game, I just want to say, rest in peace, Willie Mays. If you didn't hear the news, Willie Mays passed away the other day, during the Montgomery Biscuits Birmingham Barons game at Rickwood Field. Fly high, rest in peace, Willie Mays. I didn't really get to watch him, but I have friends and family that did, and they said he was really good. But the Cubs won 6-5. Kyle Hendricks got the win. Bivens took the loss. And Colton Brewer picked up his first save of the year. The Cubs now go to 36-39. The Giants drop to the same record, 36-39. And next, we go to the Diamondbacks and the Nationals. The Nationals won 3-1, which now puts the record at 36-37. And the Diamondbacks are now 36-38. Derek Law took the win. Brandon Pfaadt took the loss. Kyle Finnegan picked up his 21st save. Next, we got the Mariners and the Guardians. This doesn't look like it was much of a game. The Guardians won 8-0. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Mariners had no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Bobby took the win. He's 5-2 with a 3.65 ERA. And Brad Woo took the loss. And he goes to 3-1 with a 1.67 ERA. Next, we got the Yankees and the Orioles. And the Orioles won in 10 innings, 7-6. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Orioles. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Yankees. Kimbrel took the win, 5-2 on the year with a 2.63 ERA. Clay Holmes, what up, Holmes? Took the loss, 1-3 with a 2.53 ERA. And Dylan Tate picked up his first save of the season. And the Yankees now fall to 51-25. The Orioles go to advance their record to 48-25. The next game is the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. And the final score was Boston 7, Toronto 3. Boston's record now goes to 40-35, with the Blue Jays record going to 35-39. Bayo takes the win. Goes to 7-4 with a 4.83. Kevin Gausman takes the loss. 5-6 with a 4.24. Next, we got the Rays. It took 10 innings. The Rays won 3-8-0 for the Rays, 2-9-2 for the Twins. The winning pitcher was Jason Adam, 4-1 on the year with a 2.25. Jorge Alcala took the loss, 1-2 with a 1.80 ERA, and Phil Maton picked up his second save. The Rays now go to 35-39. The Twins now drop to 41-33. Next, we got the Rangers and the Mets. And the final score was the Rangers won 5-3, 3-5-0 for the Mets, 5-5-0 for the Rangers. The winning pitcher was Jose Urena. Drew Smith took the loss. Kirby Yates picked up his 11th save. The Mets now go to 35-38, and the Rangers are now 34-40. Next, we've got the Astros and the White Sox, and we've got the Astros won 4-1, 4-12-0 for the Astros, 1-8-0 for the White Sox, and the winner Brown 4-5 on the year with a 4.72. He has actually relatively good of late. And then you've got Garrett Crochet, who is now 6-6 on the year with a 3.25. And Josh Hader picked up his 10th save of the year. And now we get to the last 3 games that I'm reviewing from yesterday's schedule. We've got the Dodgers and the Rockies. And the Rockies won this one 7-6 on a walk-off hit. Jalen Beeks got the win. Johan Ramirez took the loss. That now puts the Dodgers at 46-30 and puts the Rockies at 26-48. Then we go to Milwaukee. The totals were the Dodgers 6-10-1, 7-10-0 for the Rockies. Now we go to the Brewers and the Angels. And it was fastball Freddie on the mound for the Brewers. The Brewers won 2-0. 2-6-1 for the Brewers. 0-4-0 for the Angels. Freddie Peralta takes the win. Tyler Anderson takes the loss. Peralta's now 5-4 in the year with a 4.06 earned run average. And Tyler Anderson is now 6-7 on the year with a 2.48. Trevor McGill takes the save. And that now puts the Brewers at 44-30. And the Angels now drop to 29-45. And then we got Kansas City and Oakland. The A's won this one 5-1, 5-8-0 for the Athletics, 1-8-1 for Baltimore. Luis Medina takes the win, his first of the year. He's 1-2 with a 4.71 ERA. And Cole Reagans takes the loss. He is 4-5 with a 3.13 ERA. And we will be previewing Thursday's schedule a little bit later on in the show. But now we get to my fantasy baseball recap. And we are going to start with my player of the night for fantasy baseball last night, and that would be Mr. Mitch Keller, who went yesterday against the Reds and went 7 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 7. Another great start from Mitch Keller, and he is probably going to move up my rankings again, which I will be releasing to everyone at the end of the week. And I'm going to start doing that every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I will be updating my fantasy baseball rankings and releasing them out on my community polls on YouTube. But this was a great start for Keller. And now let's get to my waiver wire pitchers. First one is Mitch Keller's teammate, Jared Jones, who is 66% rostered, 66.6, I believe. And I think he needs to be re-added in a lot of leagues. And all these guys that I'm talking about on the waiver wire are less than 80% rostered. And like I just said about Jones, I would think if you need help pitching-wise, you should add him. There's a big name pitcher on the waiver wire for me this week that I think you need to add, and you will hear his name in a few minutes. Second guy I think you need to add off the waiver wire for pitchers is Tanner Houck of the Red Sox. He is 58% rostered. And Houck has been a big surprise this year for me. I like what I've seen from Tanner Houck, and I think it's time that he needs to be added in all leagues. He should not be less than 90% or 80% rostered. I think it's cruel that he's under 70% rostered at that. I think he needs to be rostered in every single league where you need starting pitching help. Next is Diamondbacks' Jordan Montgomery. He is, at time of recording, he is 53% rostered. And I think he's another guy that needs to be added in leagues where you need help pitching because you've lost John Means, you've lost Tyler Wells, you've lost Kyle Bradish, and you've had to pencil things together with Brandon Pfaadt, Cade Povich, Simeon Woods Richardson, or whoever else. And then the last guy on the waiver wire for pitchers today is none other than Max Scherzer. Mad Max, who is, at time of recording this, 46% rostered. Yes, I know he's not starting until Saturday, but I think you probably want to get ahead of your league mates and go ahead and add Max Scherzer right now before it's too late. Pitchers to stream for Thursday. I've got 3 for you. The first one is Simeon Woods Richardson against the Rays at home. I know the Rays made Pablo Lopez look not good on Wednesday, but I think Simeon Woods Richardson might have a little success against the Rays. Second one is Giants Keaton Winn at the Cardinals, and this is a neutral site game. This is at Rickwood Field tonight on Fox. And I like Keaton Winn against the Cardinals. The Cardinals tend to strike out a lot. And so I would feel more than confident in streaming Keaton Winn tonight. And the third guy is Dodgers Gavin Stone. And this is deep league. If you need a streaming option, Gavin Stone at the Rockies. I wouldn't do it if you don't need help pitching. If you need help pitching, I would feel fine with adding Gavin Stone. And then my waiver wire for hitters. I've got 4 guys on here. First one is the Athletics' J.J. Bleday, outfielder. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can officially say that the J.J. Bleday breakout is here. And you can feel confident in adding him. He plays every day, basically, in center field for the Athletics. And I think he needs to be rostered in all leagues. Again, that is all leagues for J.J. Bleday. My number 2 waiver wire ad is Red Sox shortstop David Hamilton. If you need stolen bases, Mr. Hamilton, Mr. David, I like to steal bases Hamilton, is the guy for you. He is 8.9% rostered. Last check. Next is Rockies outfielder Michael Toglia, or as the Rockies call him, Big Mike. He is 0.6% rostered. Toglia, if you need help at first base or any corner outfield, I would feel comfortable enough adding Michael Toglia. And finally, you've got another guy that I can safely say his breakout has officially begun, and that is Mark Vientos of the Mets. He is only 9.2% rostered, and I think if you need help at third base, I would consider adding Mark Vientos. And now we get to my schedule preview for Thursday for the MLB. We've got the Nationals and the Diamondbacks at 105, and the pitching matchup is, I'm not going to say it's a doozy, because I feel like there's some better pitching matchups out there, but it is Ryan Nelson against Mackenzie Gore. And if you watch my preseason video, I talked about Mackenzie Gore and how I believe him and Josiah Gray, who's on his way back from injury, could make a good young tandem in that Nationals rotation with a guy that's also on his way back, Cade Cavalli. Gore is 6-5 on the year with a 3.24 ERA. And you got Ryan Nelson on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 4-5 with a 5.49 ERA. And that's a 105 first pitch. At 110, you've got 2 games. You've got the Mariners and Guardians is the first one. And it's a pitching matchup of T. Allen, who is 7-3 on the year with a 5.30 ERA, and Luis Castillo, who is 6-7 on the year with a 3.32. And I believe that there's not going to be a lot of scoring. And then you got at 110, you've got the Twins and the Rays. It's Zach Littell against Simeon Woods Richardson, who I just talked about in my fantasy baseball waiver pitchers to stream for Thursday. Littell's 2-5 on the year with a 4.24. Woods Richardson 2-1 with a 3.29. Then we've got at 210, we've got the Astros and White Sox. Arrighetti against Flexen. Then we've got the Dodgers and Rockies at 3:10. And that matchup is Stone against Ty Block. Then you've got the Royals and Athletics. Seth Lugo against Mitch Spence at 3:37. We're speeding through this because I still got a couple more segments left in the show. Then at 4:05, we've got the Yankees and the Orioles. Cole Irvin and Luis Heel. Then at 7:15, we've got the Giants and the Cardinals. Fox. From Rickwood Field, it is Keaton Wynn against Andre Plante. And then at 9:40, we've got the Padres and Brewers. It is Bright against Adam Major. And then what's the predictions? So here are my bold predictions for the MLB for today. I think Yandy Diaz has a 3-hit game today against the Twins. If he's in the lineup, if he's not, I think he somehow still gets into the game and has 3 hits. Keaton Wynn, I think, goes 7 innings against the Cardinals, gives up 2 runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. And then I think Hunter Goodman goes 3 for 3 with a walk, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run. And then my favorite bold prediction for today is Tyler Soderstrom goes 4 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 3, a home run, and 2 walks. And now we get to MLB. We get to Pep Talk Hitters Edition. I've got three hitters that I think I could turn around their season. I've done this before, and it seemed to work. The first one is Zach Gelof of the Athletics. Gelof is currently hitting 195 at time of recording this. And I think for Gelof, what he needs to do, and I'm going to say the same thing about the other 2 guys, is he needs to simplify his swing. If a pitch is outside the strike zone, don't go reaching. Let the pitcher have to bring the ball into the zone for you to swing your bat. Don't let the pitcher make you chase. And also, instead of trying to hit home runs all the time, take what the pitcher's giving you. If he's giving you the other way to hit the ball, take that. Take your singles, take your doubles, take the few amount of triples you might get. And then the other 2 guys are Cedric Mullins and Johnny DeLuca. And it's the same thing for them. Simplify your swing. Don't try to hit home runs all the time. And then we've got the 3 teams that are hot. That would be the Orioles, the Red Sox, and the Mets. Don't change what you're doing. Keep winning. Keep playing really well. And then we've got the 3 teams that are cold. That is the Marlins, White Sox, and Rays. For the Rays, I'm going to say this. Simplify your game. Play station-to-station baseball. And don't try to hit home runs. Take what the pitchers are giving you. And this, take into account, these are the last 10 games. So this is before Wednesday. And for the Rays, like I just said, simplify the game. Take what the pitcher's giving you. And for the White Sox, I don't really know what to say. Same with the Marlins. It's tough. But that'll wrap up today's episode of the MLB Rundown. I will see y'all again at 4 o'clock today and 6 o'clock tonight. 4 o'clock will be the podcast, Fourth and Long podcast, where I'll be going over my top 10 hot takes for college football. And tonight at 6 will be the NFL Power Hour with me and Gerald, where we'll be going over our NFC record predictions for the upcoming football season. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I will see you at 4 o'clock.